Hey there, YouTube family. Welcome back to the Pride Pack. Today, I am so excited to do this project. Me and Patricio have been waiting to do this, since we got the house, and we're finally being able to do it like almost a year and a half later. So we are going to be creating our dream pantry. I mean, obviously, our full dream pantry would be a little bit bigger, but we're going to organize it in our dream pantry for the size of pantry that we have. So, super excited, and I hope that this will be super motivational to you to do the same thing. Let's get started. So first thing that we're doing is we are just taking this board that we purchased from Lowe's, and we are just measuring off the different lengths that we want. So there's two lengths of what do you call these? Of counters or shelves. So there's a shorter end and then the longer end. So right now we're just marking off the different lengths so that we can go and cut them off, and then we'll sand the boards down and get them stained. And here I'm going to go to a montage of us finishing up the boards. So we just stain them, then we attach some wood blocks to the bottom of the board, and that is going to be like our anchor so that we don't have to do brackets across the entire board. And then you will see us actually install the boards in our pantry after we have removed all of the old wire shelving. So sit back and enjoy. much halfway through, so we got 2 shelves done, and we have 2 more to go. Um, but usually, like, everyone always asks for all the DIY projects, like, oh, how long did this take you? But it's hard to tell, like, day wise, especially right now, since I um, am working and I have to leave and go to work. Um, for normal like hours, and then we can only have like 3 or 4 hours to like work on anything by the time I get home. But yeah, this will be day like 3. This was day 3, I want to say, of working on them. And again, we only got like 2 or 3 hours each day. So tomorrow we will be able to finish them and then rearrange everything onto these shelves with all the new containers. So excited. And now this is what I am doing here. I ended up starting with my spices and getting them all transferred into these cute little jars from IKEA. And then I moved on to separating between my powders in a certain type of container and my like pastas and solids in the jars. And then I am using my handy dandy label maker to label everything and have it look beautiful. So again, enjoy the montage. Oh, and before you all ask or make assumptions, one, all of these jars were cleaned ahead of time, so don't come at me in my comments. And the mask that I am wearing is because when you are pouring a lot of spices, the fumes and dust kick up, and it started making me sneeze like crazy. So that's why I'm wearing the mask. so now I have decided that these old containers that we already had with like these lids, they're not like the OXO pop containers or anything, but they're very similar. And these were from, I believe, Sam's Club. So I have decided that I'm switching these containers so that all of our like powdered things are in these containers. So for instance, like this one had cereal before, but since I just switched the cereal to the other containers, I'm gonna do like flour and sugar in these, and then yeah, just use the rest of the containers for all of the powdered things. Pretty much everything that we got was from IKEA. So I'm also using these like tall square bins from IKEA. And in this bin, we're doing all of our oils and like vinegar stuff. So vegetable oil, olive oil. We have like our different types of vinegars all lined up in here. And I love it because in the future we might end up switching the oils to be in like the clear bottles to be pretty, but especially for now, it's nice and hidden in this box.
Peas come before potatoes. Alphabetically. Did you?
Well, I was thinking sweet peas.
No PQRS.
Sweet peas.
That's still wrong.
What? Another one have been wrong.
Elemental PQ. Oh, okay. I'm the wrong one.
So here we have kind of our little bins for our snack type items. So we've got like Pop-Tarts, chocolates, Jello, cookies. So these are just kind of like our little snack, grab and go type things. And right under here is we got these little under shelf bins for potatoes, onions, garlic. And then here we have, we don't really have too much to put right here. This will just be filled up by future use, but again, this would just be like snacks or extra fruit or stuff like that. Then over here we have our sauces, and this is also wine as well, but we just got like honey. We have like chicken stock in here, but like hoisin sauce, pasta sauce, things like that. Here we've got like a little miniature bin for like our little mini liquids. So some liquid stevia, our vanilla, almond, banana, different things like that. And then here we have all of our cans organized. So I did big cans on this rack and then smaller cans on this rack. And they are mostly by in alphabetical order. And then right here we've got this giant bin holding paper towels, some water bottles, protein powder. We typically don't have very much bulk stuff except for paper towels because we don't really typically use plastic water bottles or anything like that. We just have a few right now for like when people come over and they don't want to use it, but we use our fridge. And then moving up, we have our pastas. I love these jars. All of these jars are from IKEA. I try to do things based off what we typically always have. Like sometimes we might have more pasta than this. And if we do, then I would probably put it in here like I have right now. Like we have a couple extra pastas that I had thrown into that bin that was over there. And then right next to our pastas, we have a little bread bin. So yeah, we usually just have some normal bread. This actually isn't our bread. This is our friend's bread right now, but I just threw that on here because we don't eat white bread. But yeah, this would be the bread bin. And then right here, we have some dog treats. And then behind here, we just have some seeds, some cat treats back there too for our kitties. On the other side of the bin, nuts, chocolate chips, some more seeds. So just little small things. And then in here we have our oil and vinegar bin. And yeah, that's just, we might eventually switch out the oils to be in actually like the pretty little oil bottles. But for now, I just have them hidden in this tall bin so that you can't see them. So I really like that. And then we have our full spice area. I really love how this turned out. I think it's so beautiful. So we have our spice rack. This is from either Sam's Club or Costco. This was, yeah, Sam's Club or Costco, probably Costco, but either of them has it. We have our salt and pepper shakers here. And then all of our spices labeled in, again, alphabetical order. And again, all of these jars are from IKEA as well. But I think it's so very pretty. One thing to note, they did have other spice jar options that would have an actual shaker. These do not have shaker. It's just like an open lid when you open the top. But that works fine for us because typically we just use like measuring spoon type thing to like scoop spices anyway. So this works perfect for us. But if you do need a shaker, then, you know, you probably wouldn't want to get these type of jars. But like I said, there were a shaker jar type option that was different. It was like a longer one, but they had those there as well. And the actual racks that they're sitting on, these were from Lowe's. So moving up, we have our powders. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I already had these type of bins, but they were like spread all over the place. So I made it so that all of my jars were on the left side and all of my powders were in these containers instead. So and I have them kind of organized big to small. And then moving along, we have our tea. We drink a lot of tea. We are not a coffee household at all, but we do have tons of tea. So in here, just have it kind of organized, both our packaged tea, and then we also have some like loose leaf tea as well. And some of our things that we put in the tea, like honey sticks and cinnamon sticks, are also in there. And then next to it, we have our like breakfast little area. So 4 things for cereal. We pretty much always have about 4 boxes of cereal, so it works perfect. And then granola. I always have granola because I typically eat yogurt in the morning with some granola in it. And then also our oats for overnight oats and oatmeal. And then all the way at the top, I cannot reach up here at all without a ladder. So I need to get a step ladder, like a small step ladder that can like be fit under here. But for now, like if I need to get something up here, I can get the big ladder, or Patricio can kind of reach up there too. But that's where we kind of put like bulk items that would mostly be used to refill things down here. So like our salt and pepper that go inside of our little shakers, we put them in the jars up there. And then these are just kind of like things that we typically have but don't use super often. And then we have like our bulk rice up there. I'll probably end up getting another bin like this for like our bulk items like that just from, you know, like shopping at Costco or something, where you get like a big bin, and then again that is used to refill our rice jar down here. And then lastly, we just have like some glassware. We will probably add more up there. Like we have a couple more pitchers that need to go up there, and maybe 1 or 2 more appliances that we might put up there. Like we have our blender and stuff, but we're not going to put that up there because we use it often. Same thing with like our air fryer. So we're only putting up things that we like don't use very often. Like don't use crock pot or the mixer super often. So that's why those are up there. And then we have these extra containers that we ended up not needing to use that we had before. So that's up there. Lastly, I just wanted to show this on the back side of where the actual entrance door is. We added a couple of things. So we have these measuring cups that's right next to our powdered containers, so that we can just like scoop and go when needed. We also have our meat thermometer in here. So I think that turned out really cute. We have matching aprons, so we have his and her apron that was gifted to us as a wedding gift. So I'm not sure where they got it. I think it was from Amazon, but that was a wedding gift. And then I also have my lunchbox hanging here that I usually bring to work. Also, we have our knife sharpener hanging, and then all the way at the top, don't know how much we'll end up using this, but it was really cute. So we've just got some like toothpicks and like our little saffron spice that was just, there's barely anything in there, so it was not worth actually using one of the spice jars for. So we just kind of set it up there. hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you all think. Are you excited or motivated to redo your pantry, do your shelves, organize it all? I really hope that this gives you some inspiration. As far as how much this costs, I know some of you always ask things like that. It costs about $400 all in for everything. So that was to do the shelves, to buy all of the containers, and the organizing things. So yeah, about $400. So I hope you enjoy. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Would you do anything or change anything, do anything different? And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, share the video, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you would like to receive notifications for whenever I post a new video, please do not forget to hit that bell icon.